Test. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think we have another one here who's a member of the Catalan school of total football and the type of player that is very much their speciality. This guy, Fermin Lopez, you have to wonder what it is with them and elite central midfielders. But he's going to be, if everything works out, that is, he's going to be up there with the best of all.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
Chalobah.
Looking for the run.
Now it's Yamal.
He's through and all alone! Tries a shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Lamine Yamal certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
João Pedro. Liam Talap. He's in a great position here. Eric Garcia. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Adrabayo.
Back to the keeper it goes.
And Chalobah. Fernandez.
Out to the right.
And it's James.
shot! In with the challenge. He's tried one! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Chelsea have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances.
And he's in on goal. Pedro Neto! Goal! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Chelsea are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Adebayo.
Nicely spread.
Chelsea are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And Adebayo. Now it's Pedro Neto. Fernandez.
It's the lap! And that is doing no harm at all.
Liam Delap clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Opts for safety. Cucurella. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And he's being shifted off it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's Lewandowski. Ferran Torres has it out wide and in space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Liam Delap. Spread it left.
Shoots! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Bino Gittins has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Fernandez.
And the finish! Oh, it rattles the bar.
One 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And this is Lewandowski. That's a good ball out wide. It's a searching pass, and that should get the job done.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Chalobah. Cucurella. Joao Pedro. Liam Delap. Now it's Pedro Neto. Eric Garcia.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Yamal. Joao Pedro. Liam Delap.
Has a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Liam Delap actually didn't do an awful...
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Chelsea leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. Chelsea carrying a...
Oh, shooting chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Fermin. And Dani Olmo. James did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And that was very necessary. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0.
Salah! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Bino Gittins. Driving through the middle.
He's had a shot! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Balde. Dani Olmo. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal.
Can he finish? Oh, it's come off the upright.
Adebayo. Great defending, strong and determined.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Bino Gittins. And he cuts out the supply.
Now it's Lewandowski.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Liam Delap being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Liam Delap. And the shot's on here. Adebayo calmly anticipates. João Pedro. Dani Olmo.
Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Lewandowski. Now who's going to be... Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's all... And the shot! So close to drawing level.
Oh, what a moment for him, Peter. He'll be losing sleep over that one tonight.
Substitution.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Liam Delap. And it's Fernandez.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And the shot! Off the post!
And he's heaved it away. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Koundé. And it's Lopez. Now it's Yamal. The defence opting here for strength in numbers.
1-0 as we head towards the end.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Yamal. Pinches it off him.
5 minutes left on the clock.
Liam Delap.
Cucurella. He's gone for goal. And the goalkeeper watches it past. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
2 added minutes has been
Into
indicated.
stoppage time, very little left on it. Oh, well measured. Oh, super ball! Salah! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And that will be the final act. Chelsea have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Pedro Neto taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
Well, thanks
Please
to
take
Jim
this
alongside me,
opportunity to
and as the
pay a
fans
visit
make
to our
their way
official
home,
store,
so must
where
we.
memorabilia from
Good
today's
evening to
match
you.
are now available.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Ceballos. This looks promising. Pedro Neto. Well, that pass isn't the best. Can he get on the end of this? Now that's well seen too. Rodrigo is sporting a gilt face-to-face with the keeper. Goes for a shot! He slings it in. Sanchez deals with that nice and simple. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, it's the boy everyone is talking about. This guy, Rodrigo, seen by many as being one of the biggest Brazilian talents of his generation. Now, just think about that. I don't really need to add anything extra.
I think the opposition defence agreed too. He's going to be the source of so many of them.
Can he finish?
Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Liam Delap clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Howson. And he's intervened well there. So we're still where we started right now. Now it's Rodrigo. Now it's Goulet. And he's straight offside. João Pedro. Now it's Pedro Neto. João Pedro. That's a good ball out wide. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that is as far as they're going to go. João Pedro. Now it's Pedro Neto. Rodrigo. Well, that is one way to stop him. Out to the right.
There's the shot!
It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Fran Garcia. 15 minutes till half-time.
Shoots!
He's keen, determined to have his say. Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's gone looking for safety.
Pedro Neto. And he shoots!
Oh, that is rather wayward.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
That's good running with the ball. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Asensio gets good distance on it.
Liam Delap shapes to shoot!
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Turns and goes back. He's going for goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
And that has been cleared. Nicely shaped ball. That has ended up in no man's land. Fran Garcia. It's Bellingham. And it's Arda Güler.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. And there's the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Looking for the run. And he welcomes it in. Fernandez. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Can he get it through? No, it's come to nothing. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Mbappe! That has been slung wide. João Pedro. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Alexander-Arnold. Foot in. Fernandez being hunted in packs.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
It's the lap! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Goulet, and it's Bellingham. Stood up well to him there. He was looking wide. Good ball, good take. Oh, super ball. Asensio getting this one clear.
Bino Gittins really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Chelsea have reclaimed it. Well, this is certainly a game where the scoreline does not reflect the action. How it has stayed 0-0, nobody can quite understand. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Mbappe. Chalobah. João Pedro, played out to the left flank. Asensio. Now he's off and running. Fernandez. Bino Gittins. And Fernandez. Liam Delap. Now it's João Pedro. And it's Fernandez. João Pedro. Closing in, is having a shot! Oh, taken with style! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Number 20.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. A 1-0 lead established.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Howson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bino Gittins. And it's Cucurella.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. He won't be happy with that one. The message is clear, none shall pass. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, it's a great ball here. Chelsea clearly now in lead preservation mode. Liam to lap. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
2 added minutes. have
Alexander
been indicated.
Arnold. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Valverde. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. João Pedro picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game? Chelsea going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
And this is now today's
Well,
lineup.
this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and...
Oh, shooting chance! And it's a goal! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
After 3
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Nicely spread.
Pedro Neto.
And he's gone backward here. He's having a go! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's there to head it! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Now it's Ahmad.
Bruno Fernandes.
Nicely weighted ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. And it's made its way. Matches Cunha! Chelsea leading here thanks to that early goal.
And the score is 1-0.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
João Pedro.
Takes a shot! Oh, crossbar!
Casemiro.
And it's Mazraoui. Bino Gittins. And he's had a hit! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Mazraoui.
And Casemiro. De Ligt.
Now Diallo. Taken back almost at once. Some front-footed pressing going on here. That's a good ball out wide. João Pedro. And it's Fernandes. And Fernandes has a look and plays it forward. Chance here to counter. Great defending, strong and determined. Liam Delap, given the lift of his goal. Real chance! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Maguire kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's a sharp little ball here. Approaching the half-hour mark. Shaw gets over and intercepts. And it's gone back to the keeper. Referee's given a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Played with finesse. Corner. Corner number 2 then. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. João Pedro. João Pedro. Good purpose. He's having a shot! Cucurella wins the duel this time. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Ahmad. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's good running with the ball. Casemiro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's the chance to counter. João Pedro, he's going for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And the first half is done. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Chelsea sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
So off we go once more. Shaw. Wriggles his way through. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And that can he finish? Here comes a Matches Cunha! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Matheus Cunha really...
And the finish! And for a moment, time stood still.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Oh, what a mistake! And the shot! It's in! The second half off to a spectacular start! Terrible error, duly punished.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
After 52 minutes is number 19.
Manchester United get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
It's the lap! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Fernandes. Has a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Goes looking wide. He's in a great position here. And that's been won straight back. And he's there to get it away. Mazraoui. Liam Delap. Driving forward. Delap! Too close for comfort. Maguire. Chelsea are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how...
A real chance! Really well taken goal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
63 minutes is number 20, João Pedro.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
João Pedro. Chalobah. João Pedro driving on and making good progress. It's the lap! Decent enough try.
Liam Delap just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Casemiro.
It's pretty much standard practice these days.
He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Pedro Neto. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Chelsea presented with a golden opportunity here. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Oh no, he misses from the spot.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Casemiro. Bino Gittins tries a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Mazraoui. Now Diallo. He's had it taken off him. Bino Gittins. Fernandez. And no, he's seen through all of that. Bino Gittins. Diogo Dalot. Now it's Matheus Cunha, and he was quick to react. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's been shifted off it. That's a delicate pass. Cleared away. And they're quick to get it back. Just 5 minutes left. Great vision. Well read, and the danger is averted. Casemiro. Thinks about the shot. Ah, that's a fine interception. Ahmad. Oh, keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short.
Added minute has been indicated.
Time added on, 4 minutes. And he's got the beating of his man. Now it's Pedro Neto. Looking for options for movement. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's well spotted. And that is as far as it goes. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Liam Delap claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we rise now for the English national anthem. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for...
Kane! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Rodri. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Morata, is an interesting...
Good chance here! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
England with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Spain are looking to go forward now. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Alexander-Arnold takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Some front-footed pressing going on here. Out to the right. Now it's Saka. This looks... Tries a shot! Pedri. Just eases him off the ball. England are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Grimaldo. Saka does really well to win the ball there. And this is Kane. Chance! Goal! England! England take the lead. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Williams. He's picked his way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pass somewhat off target. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Spain looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Nicely weighted ball. Williams. Oh, that's fabulous. Rice did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Kane. Saka has created one goal already. Alexander-Arnold. And this is... Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. And this is... And a chance! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
England are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And this is Kane. And here's Palmer. And it's Kane. Backward it goes. Bellingham. Palmer receives it in a good position here. Now it's Morata. Now it's Williams. And this is Morata. And he's found the... It's Morata! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Lewis Skelly. Foden. And no, that was never going to make it. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Grimaldo. England heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Stones is there, and he can get that clear. Kane. He's looking wide, and they can counter here. It's a pretty loose pass. Yamal. Gehi is the guilty party there. And it's Pedri. Yamal. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Shoots! Sticks it away! With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Spain get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
He's a sharp little ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Bellingham. Rodri calmly anticipates. There's the whistle for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. He is through here. Now it's Morata. He's in a great position here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Looking for a runner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's had a shot! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
England go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Is there any support? He might not need it.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
Palmer. Close it. Palmer! Fabian Ruiz. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's intervened well there. Nicely aimed pass. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Foden. He's got away. Out of play for a throw. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Rodri. Fabian Ruiz. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Now it's Morata. Yamal. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Chance, surely! Saka. And it's Bellingham. Kane with 3 goals to his name and looking for more. Oh, he's found support out wide. Decent chance! Rodri. Can he get on the end of this? Rice. And Lewis Skelly. Now it's Foden. Now it's Palmer. Palmer purring. Great chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And the lead is extended still further. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
England grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. He's having a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Nico Williams. Great defending, strong and determined. Good ball, good take. Now it's Saka. Big chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Picked out brilliantly. Chance for a shot! Rodri, in with the challenge. This might... Real chance!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And the shot! It's hit the upright. And he's heaved it away. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Goes for goal! Loose ball now, and there's struck first time.
There will be 3 minutes
No, he couldn't get hold of it. Tries to pass it through. Nico Williams providing an outlet on that flank. And the shot! Oh, extraordinary. Alexander-Arnold. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. England looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Kane, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary game he had. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team...
And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
So it's down to business here. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, it's going to be hard to overlook the creative input of this guy, Mohamed Kudus. I'm not sure what his exact role will be, but for me, he's at his best as a central playmaker. Just dropping that little bit deeper.
He's tried one! He's got away with one there. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Shapes to shoot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he shoots! It's in! And it's Ivory Coast who take the lead. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Kudus. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Kudus gets a good foot in there. Good read, needed to be.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's an errant pass. Kudus. He's in a great position here, and he welcomes it in. And that's really well manoeuvred. Played out towards the right wing. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Ayew. Ivory Coast are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, this looks sharp. He's on it, and the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Ayew. Has a look and plays it forward. Is there any support? He might not. There's the shot! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Ivory Coast are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Ayew, and he's away. Real chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any...
Oh, what has happened here? Skims one in, gets good distance on it, and the counter is on. Neatly clipped into space. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And here's Ayew. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Shifted it to the flank. Williams.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Abdul Samed. And it's Ayew. Oh, they can break here. And it's Ayew. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Ivory Coast ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Abdul Samed. Chiku. Shot, surely! Now it's Williams. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Driving through the middle. He's having a shot! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Ivory Coast are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Now it's Ayew. Ayew, he's picked his way, and the shot! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Ivory Coast have the chance to go the other way.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match,
Looking to play him in. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Ayew. Spread it left. Ivory Coast needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, that's a key interception. Chiku. Now Salisu. Ayew. Now it's Williams. He could be in here. Aimed beyond the defence. Ayew showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's made its way to him. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Ghana have reclaimed it. Now it's Ayew. Lamptey. And he's there to retrieve it. Steep takes a shot! And yes, it's there! It is no contest. It is a landslide. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that
Chance! Ivory Coast have their second corner now. Semenyo with the clearance. He's gone for goal! Magnificent! A finish of true class! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next...
Tries a shot! And he seemed certain to get the sixth. Williams. Salisu. Oh, good spread. Now it's Semenyo.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Close. Decent chance! It's a goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
But pour l'équipe de Côte
Well,
d'Ivoire.
this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And there was his third. And that is as far as it goes. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Has a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Chooses to go back. That is good alertness. Oh, that's a key interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nicely aimed pass. Is there any shapes to shoot? He's had a shot! Goal! Senegal! And Senegal score first. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Nigeria are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Out to the left it goes. And if you have just joined us, still, he's gone for goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
He's a sharp little ball here. Great defending, strong and determined. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. No, that's been intercepted.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Plenty to... Can he finish? And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment...
He's tried one! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Senegal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Over to the left. Takes a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
He's had it taken off him. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. It's a pretty loose pass. He's in a great position here. That's a throw. He's found a way through. He's looking unstoppable. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, good ball! And the shot! And they've got rid. Nigeria do have a chance to counter here. Looking for a runner.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
There's the header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Heading backwards.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And he was quick to react. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
This is the time you need that pace. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Gets into some space.
Oh, really well played.
Plays it in low. And he's taking no chances there. And there is the half-time whistle. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Senegal sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Shot at goal! Good running, strong and purposeful. Steamy. There's the shot! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business. He's having a go. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Opts to play it back, and he's had a hit. And he's... Oh, what's he done? Short changes him with that pass.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Driving forward. Chance for a shot! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Driving. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. There's the shot! Well, that looks a decent ball. Big chance! And that is faded wide. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And he's there to belt it away. Can he get on the end of this? That ball looks a good one. Goes for a shot! Oh, crossbar! Couldn't keep it on target. He's looking wide. It's a really well-measured ball.
This looks promising. Closing in on goal. Look at the space. Real chance! Oh, terrific save.
Attention, changement.
Corner number 2 then. And he's there to clear it. There will be a throw-in. Driving on and making good progress. Played out to the left flank. He's got away. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. That's good running with the ball. It's played through for him. Shot could be on, and he's managed to shoot! And he's missed it. And back to the keeper they go. Could be danger here. He's picked his way through. Tries a shot! And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And that is that. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Nous rappelons à nos chers spectateurs que le programme du match et d'autres accessoires sont disponibles à la boutique du club.